The guide is written really to help people with all the decisions that are really kind of wrapped around turning 65 and going on Medicare. In the guide, we talk about some of the basic planning strategies integrated with your whole retirement plan and financial plan of, like, when do I start my Social Security? And then when does my spouse start the Social Security? The next chapter of the book talks about Medicare and Medicare decisions and Medicare planning. And there's a lot of decisions that need to be made and remade over the years.
Concerned about my Medicare premiums that have gone through the roof. I think I was going to go to $278, and I went to this one advisor, and he invited me into his office. We sat down and talked for a few minutes, and by the time I left there, my premium was $110. That's basically $150 some a month of savings to me. Then I was concerned about my drug plan. They ran all my drugs, put me in a plan, saved me money. It was free. It was great information. It saved me.
Okay, so in the long-term care section, we really try to prepare for something that might happen to you. And you know what I find is a lot of folks that are in their 60s, even their 70s, they just don't even want to deal with this. And just denying the problem doesn't really make it go away. And what we work at doing again with IRAs and 401ks is a whole area where folks have generally postponed really making any decisions.
My husband and I are retired, and right now is the time to really figure out how are we going to make a living for the remainder of our years, and what to do with our investments, insurance, the RMDs, and it's very complex, confusing, and by ourselves we wouldn't be able to figure it out.
Next, we're going to talk in the guide about your retirement savings, the money that you're investing, which includes your IRA and 401k money. Just talk about the general investment, whether we're looking for income or we're looking for growth. Or when a person passes away, the survivors need money. And typically, money that's in an estate gets tied up, sometimes for years. And that's where life insurance comes in. And it is still possible to buy life insurance. Very possible, especially with the modern policies when you're in your 60s and 70s, even your early 80s.
I'm a retired Army major. A few years ago, I was approaching the age of 75, and it dawned on me that I didn't have a sufficient coverage that I'd like to have for my wife. If you're like me, you want to make sure your better half doesn't have a lot of difficulties when you're gone, and you have to. And I feel very strongly that we ought to do that. We ought to make sure that our loved ones don't struggle financially when we're gone.
In the guide, we go through all of the relevant tax issues and give some general tax advice to people that are over 65.